Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name is NekOmega and today we have another episode of Avowed. It's been a very fun series so far, and I hope anybody that's actually, been enjoying it is enjoying it. And well, I do have a warning to anybody that may be just jumping right into the series. I do have to warn that if you have mycophobia, I suggest against it, because this game is very centered around like fungus and nature. So if you have a fear of like fungal whatever stuff, I advise caution if you're going to watch this series. But other than that, hope you will like the video and leave a like on the video. That helps me out. And if you aren't already, subscribe to the channel. That helps me out a lot. Both things tells YouTube, blah, words. And both things tell YouTube that I'm doing a good job and maybe I should be kept around. Anyways, hope you enjoy the video. Alright, so we've made our way to Fior. Last episode, we entered the Emerald Stair, and we did a lot of just running around and side quests, and I don't know, just a lot of soul searching, I guess, on the morals of some of the quests and the decisions that I've made in this game. But
The Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way.
and to whom am I speaking? Yes, I'm here on a diplomatic mission.
As am I, in a way. Forgive me. I'm Captain Alfia, captain in the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Metaphysically speaking, it's unlikely that animancers are causing this plague.
While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adirian interests when the time comes.
It sounds like a threat. What are you talking about?
We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
That sounded like a threat is all I'm gonna say. I'm tempted to take it, but I won't.
If only we had these in the tusks.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adirian envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
There's no way you could be responsible for the problems facing Fior. I doubt it's your fault, but if it is, you'll have to make amends. No, I'm gonna go with the...
Oh, sure. I can't take the blame for all of Fior's problems, but my negligence has only made things worse. The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Are you referring to the old Valiant custom of offering fresh food for the recently dead?
That's exactly it. Well done. I have always observed it, and I brought it with me when I came to Fior. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with the lady in my head and Kai. Like that, after the last episode, we had to go through the whole starving people kind of moral dilemma. I'm not about to, like, yeah, sure, it's like a tradition, like a religious belief, but I'm not about to, be surrounded by starving people and waste food.
The ritual heals all. The spirits get one more taste of life, and the living get to offer one last gift to the dead.
Hmm. Oh, I don't have enough resolve or perception. What do you need us to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose bodies rest there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
The spirits wander near the
They
swamp.
buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fjord, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
Seems like a waste of perfectly good food.
I understand how it looks, but appeasing the dead is vital, especially in times like these. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
If not for the overgrowth, you'd almost think you're in the Republics.
Alright, we'll put that one on the back burner. Oh. Take the bounties.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Saimiko. Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
Come one, come all. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your... Come one, come all.
Look at these crops. Look at your city.
Hold on. Whoever you are, Giada, whoever you are. Tenant Fidelio.
Look out for her, Fidelio.
Fidelio.
How hard could that have been?
Can I
If
help
I
you?
could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
Got time. What's the matter?
My 2 youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
Need them found. I'm at your service.
Praise Ilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once. But since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to...
Ah, yeah. Dip the pen in the... Ah, that's a good one. Get to know each other.
I think they know each other very well.
Well, there's worse places to make the 4-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and
You don't have to explain yourself. I'd be worried about my charges too.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
I can imagine.
2 young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. You know what I mean?
Guy. going on here?
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Never mind that. What were you talking about?
Our farms are dying, and the politician here won't do anything about it.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
When I'm talking to this captivating young lady. No, that is completely unnecessary right now. I'm gonna do an envoy. Is that official enough?
Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms.
That's why I'm here. Perhaps an animancer who can help me stop it. The deeper I go in the living lands, the worse it gets. Yep.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
I like her already.
Yeah, me too, Kai. Don't worry.
We can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Thought animancers leapt at bold experimentation.
They do. And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm trying to avoid.
Reckless is all we have time for. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you, for once.
Hey, yeah, pretty good.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
He's the one taking all the risks here. Let me take it off your hands. I'm sure nothing goes wrong. I'll make sure nothing goes wrong. Yeah. I mean, I feel like... Yeah. She sounds like she knows what she's talking about. And I'm looking for an animancer that knows what they're talking about to help me with the Dream Scourge, so I'm sure she can help me with the Dream Scourge.
I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. You don't appreciate just how dangerous that could be. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
Oh.
Dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident. But look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
Maybe we can solve the Dream Scourge rationally. No? We work together. I wouldn't stand between you and your ambitions.
Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Chiata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Chiata Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mesiverno.
Whoa, you're banishing her for that?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Brightest?
Your pupil
Looks
has
like
gone too far,
I'm in luck.
Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giata is an outcast.
You're making a mistake.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mesiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Good lord.
I'll find us another bedroll.
Alright.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was
Trilogy of the Living Lands by Arthur Castell. No one can explain why the Living Lands naturally grows and thrives in an unnatural manner. We have seen plant life consume mountains overnight, creatures tall enough to knock over mighty trees, and beneath it all, a potent river of wild essence. Civilization has not found a stable foothold in the Living Lands. Whenever we try, there is some reprisal. Almost as if the island knows how to shrug us off.
his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Yeah. I would definitely agree that she showed restraint.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Agreed.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
Yeah.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Focusing on the wrong problems, that's for certain.
What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know.
Authority schmauthority.
Curses. Without Fior Mesiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
We still fight the Dream Scourge?
We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms.
Hey, that's pretty good for a researcher.
On my side for too long.
Talk like you have a vendetta against it.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
I've worked with animancers before. From a safe distance.
It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
As people keep reminding me.
Sorry. I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind.
Yeah?
While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Alright.
I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Mesiverno. Forever.
Take all the time you need to think it over.
As much as I would love that, we're already out of time. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
So it's a professional consultation we're after. I can handle
Glad
that.
to hear it. Your education should come in handy. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name, and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
What do you expect to learn?
I'd rather you find that out for yourself. Whatever it is, I won't be disappointed.
Okay.
We're about to make history. But first, research.
All right.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Careful! Godlike, Imperial Envoy, Research Assistant. Who knew?
Hello, friend.
Oh, I heard there was a new arrival, but I didn't expect a godlike. Welcome to our modest workshop.
Giada and I are investigating the Dream Scourge.
Giada. What a loss. I owe that young woman more than I could ever repay. Unfortunately, I cannot do a lick of research while my equipment is underpowered and overworked.
That's not... maybe I could help you fix it.
A novel idea, that. What I need is a stronger power source.
Battery of grimoires.
Grimoires can hold intense power, but not for long. Besides, grimoires require a wizard to draw in essence. It's too dangerous at this scale.
Oh,
wait. One of our rangers reported that an Adragon recently died in a western grove.
the risk of stating the obvious, we're standing in front of a massive Adra pillar.
Indeed, but that well is almost dry. I need more.
Ah.
An Adragon's heart can hold an immense amount of essence. The grove is to the west, across the chasm. You can't miss it. The rangers say a Delamgan queen holds court there. You may be able to retrieve it without violence, but most Delamgan in these parts are hostile to Keith. So you can understand why none of us went rushing over there to find it when we heard the Adragon had died. Still, Delamgan queens can be reasoned with, so if you want to get the heart peacefully, try not to kill her guards.
So, no fighting. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one for this little motor hobo.
Do be careful. Emerald Stair is not itself these days.
We're gonna try our best.
Convince her to hand it over, I'll be more than impressed.
Let's see.
You ever think, what if I wasn't?
Alright, let's see here. Through the front door. Rautai is a nation east of the Living Lands, settled long ago by Almoir. I don't know, fleeing the Dream Scourge. Or something like that.
Pretty much brought that plague bear down by myself.
So let's go B first. A, B, C. Alright. So B is that corpse worker. They didn't necessarily say necromancer, so maybe there's something different there. Who are you?
Ah, Ado. You've caught me at an unfortunate time. You wouldn't happen to be an animancer?
I may have dabbled at some point.
Gods, it's about time somebody like you came along. If I have to chase down one more revenant, I'll lose my mind.
In your defense, I wouldn't want to catch a dead body
I
either.
can't even move fast, but I turn away for an instant and another one is gone. It wouldn't be so bad if I had any idea where they went. All I'm doing is wearing my shoes out.
You don't know where they went? We have to contain this before people panic.
People? People are used to the damned things wandering around. I'm the one who's panicking here.
Oh, okay.
If Elia finds out, I'll never hear the end of it.
Appeal to her vanity. Tell her only she can fix it. It'd work on me.
I have to have some standards, even at a time like this.
Oh, okay.
You know, maybe there is something. Maybe I know where they went.
Oh.
I've caught them trying to shamble off to the nearby lake before. Revenants aren't very bright. That can't be a coincidence. They must be attracted to something. It could even have power over them.
Hmm. Calling the undead. Now I have to know more. Alright, I'll humor you. Kind of something.
It could be anything in a place like this. A relic? A grimoire? Luminous Adra? No, that wouldn't make sense. I was hoping you'd say that. Just follow the trail of revenants.
Trail of Revenants.
I'd look myself.
Okay, now I'm curious. I wanted to do the main story, but
subjects I have left. Oh, and if you find something, I'd be grateful if you brought it here. I want to see whether it leads the surviving revenants back. The only way to find out is to experiment.
True. Alright. Well, we'll check that out after I talk to this person since I'm so close. Oh, there's a camp over there.
Those are no ordinary farmhands.
No, they aren't. They, most certainly aren't. Oh!
A godlike in Emerald's Day. Well, maybe our luck's improving.
Hello.
I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day.
What happened here?
Sorry, I've been on my own for a while.
Oh.
And I forget how unusual
Hello,
this
corpse full of
is. As
mushrooms.
you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Oh, and what do you use for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple.
You're using the undead for labor.
What am I supposed to do? Just let them decompose? Reanimated
Usually,
corpses
yes.
are the
Usually,
future
yes.
of
That's,
manual
yeah.
labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly.
What?
Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem, if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong.
I already did. Looks like Beatrice ate some spoiled crops.
So their blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural.
I dig through a lot of corpses. I thought everyone did. Giada wants your opinion on the Dream Scourge.
Giada Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town?
Banished was the word he used, probably to make it sound official.
That's our governor for you. Self-righteous even in his own ignorance. Very well.
I'm loving the accent that these Valians have.
But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down Borsi.
Not really sure what, Let me guess. Silvo isn't a cow or goat.
Silvo is one of
Yeah,
my
I let me know down in
my
the comments what
oldest, my favorite, and the
accent this
pride
is.
of my
I'm not
family.
honestly sure. Is it like Spanish or
Someone used to be
Italian or
orphan
something like
and
that?
to
I'm not
pasture.
sure.
And I just don't have the heart to do it myself.
Ah.
Well, it's already dead. That's the hard part done right there.
When a revenant goes bad, there's only one option. Final death. And poor Silvo's time has gone.
Any connection with what happened to Beatrice?
Silvo is on a strict diet, but I suppose he could have gotten into the crops when my back was
Strict
turned.
diet.
You never know with these rascals.
Where do all these corpses come from anyway?
Outsiders and travelers down on their luck. You'd be surprised how many people want to sell their bodies to animancy.
Say what you will about mercenary and military life. At least your obligations end at death.
Yeah.
Anyone else see a downside to giving monetary value to corpses?
This is a good
yeah.
forever home for the
No, you're right. You're right, Marius.
But sometimes we have bad days.
Must be hard on you losing a revenant.
It never gets any easier. First, you mourn the loss of life, and then you mourn the loss of death.
I'll take care of Silvo, and I'll make it quick.
Thank you for understanding. You can find Silvo in the barn. He's blocked the door somehow, but the window should be open. Just be gentle with him. He's a good boy.
So, we're killing a revenant then? She just couldn't come out and say that?
And this is why I don't take pets.
What? I wouldn't say it's a pet.
Quiet, Nimdut.
Y'all want to move? Go ahead. Have at him. Ow. Alright, well, he's been put down.
Just like the good old days.
How did Quoops borrow this door? That's what I want to know. How does Quoops borrow a door? Alright, well, that's taken care of. What's the sparklies that I'm hearing? Oh! Edit. Nope. Out here. I need loot. I'm always looking for some good loot.
Envoy.
Oh, I dealt with Silvo.
Poor Silvo. He was a bright young revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace.
Promise me some answers.
The Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen.
Some of your colleagues must have come at the same conclusion.
It's possible, but we don't share research if we can avoid it. That's one of the reasons I moved out here. The other reason being my corpses. They don't enjoy living behind walls, if you can call it living. Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say.
Fascinating. I'm sure Giada will be interested to hear this.
Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giata are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the
Still a
name
bunch of
review.
chickens.
I really have been sleeping entirely too well lately.
How far away is Cape Gravesite on the south coast? That's Gravesite. Lake was he talking about? Oh, look for the Revenants near Lake Lacuna? Lacuna Matata?
I'm remembering why people find this place unsettling.
I'm guessing the only rough one is going to be that Adragan hut. Best. Me. I like the purple lights.
The great mystery is, are godlike blessed or cursed? The gods are silent on this question.
Neither. They just are. Anything else is speculation.
I hate speculation. I have answers.
They sound like great people. They sound lovely.
Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend?
You do realize that I understand you perfectly.
Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike.
Okay,
We
now
heard
that's
that
just...
Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
Giada wants me to learn about the Dream Scourge.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giata must have sent you to be our test subject.
Alright,
She
the
knows
what?
how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giata needs to finish her research. Deal?
Excuse me. It depends on what you want
We
from
want to
me.
know about the godlike, of course. You're the first one we've encountered in the wild.
Like
Let's begin the
I'm an animal?
If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go around the wheel, you might not get so lucky.
I don't know, I guess I'd like to be some kind of mushroom. Lucky? You think I'm lucky? Oh. I'd like to come back as a godlike. I wouldn't mind blending into a crowd for a change.
Tired of being remarkable? Interesting.
My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. The fact remains, you were touched by the gods. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us?
What? I mean, I try to help people whenever I can.
So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
What?
Oh, I thought of another.
Oh, what?
We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone?
What? I didn't know that godlike couldn't reproduce. That's unfortunate. If I can't reproduce, that explains a few things.
Oh, didn't anyone tell you?
No, no one ever mentioned it.
Well, this is awkward. Shame you had to learn it from us. Do you have an answer or not?
Hopefully people remember me in the ways I've touched their lives.
Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
Thanks, man.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Just give me the bad news.
There's no cure for the Dream Scourge, much in the way that there's no cure for an avalanche.
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Close. We may be able to learn about the Dream Scourge through the essence that contained in Adra.
Precisely. A godlike and a scholar, too. Incredible.
Indeed. Just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge.
Not that we'd ever be interested in such research, of course. How droll.
Wonderful. We're done here.
Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell. Did you hear that Giada was sent into exile?
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit.
I don't like that. Anatomy. I don't like that they want to know my anatomy. Alright. So I guess we'll head over to this since it's closest. Yeah. Yeah, B is closest, so we'll head over to this side quest. Hip. 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 Oh, okay. How much damage am I going to take from falling? Ow. The answer was yes. If you were interested.
Hail, godlike. Come, indulge me.
You fucking what?
You, a child, defeat my child, and
Why did it do that? It made me think that there was someone behind me. I thought he had one champion. I guess he had multiple. No, don't go. Don't. We don't need to do that. I don't understand why it changed targets on me like that. Alright, well, if you're gonna just let me wail on you like that. Get out of here. We don't need too many of those healers. Ow. Ow. Hey, you get out of here. Yeah, yeah. Get out of here.
Well done. The prize is yours, and our business concluded. Farewell.
What? Horse cutter? All that for a two-handed sword? Man. Yeah, we're just gonna break this down. Yeah, break down horse cutter. Wish he would have given me a gun. Because I like guns. What? Oh.
Yeah.
It's an area, not a direct point. Alright. Food. Food. Spice. Yeah, I really need to get a bigger AoE. Well, not bigger AoE. I just mean like stronger ice magic. I really like being able to freeze them.
Seems like a waste to me. It means something to them.
It does. It really does seem like a waste of food. Let's see here. So we'll travel to here. We're gonna travel, and then it may not seem like much was done this episode, but I'm gonna have to say that that's where I'm gonna cut it here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it. And if you made it this far and you haven't already, why don't you subscribe to the channel? It means a lot to me, and it helps me out quite a lot. It, you know, spreads my channel out there, telling YouTube, hey, let's keep this guy around. He might help. But anyways, have a good one. Goodbye.